fancier as we go along, I'm sure.
Yes. I feel like the Frost Report with his glasses on. Good evening. It's Friday, the 30th? Is it the 30th?
Yes.
It's the 30th of August, 2013. My name's Dan Hobbs. This guy's Ben Quay. Leave my glasses alone, I'm going blind. And
No, not Superman. No,
this is Hard Reset Weekly, where we run down the week in video games and the week in Hard Reset and the week in us, in our lives.
You're not Superman.
I'm not Superman.
Good.
I'm just going blind, so I got a pair of crowd glasses.
Good.
I did go to Specsavers.
He's saved.
What happened this week, Ben? Give me a prompt. Give me a headline.
Nintendo don't.
They announced the Nintendo 2DS. It's
Give the details before you start. I know what you're going to say.
It's £109. It's a flat, as in doesn't close.
It
like
won't
a
bend.
Clamshell. It's not a clamshell design. It's a flat design. It's one screen split into two, not 3D. It's 2D because it's called the Nintendo 2DS. And it's a cheap Pokemon device because it comes out the same day as Pokemon X and Y.
I knew you were going to say that. I know what you're going to say. I know you're going to say that it's for mums to go and buy their kids that just want to play Pokemon X and Y.
Yes, it is.
And it'll make Nintendo some money.
Yeah.
It's still a step sideways for them. And why I don't understand. It's like releasing the iPad 1 after the iPad 2.
What, just because it's not 3D?
No, just because it seems like a step backwards.
No, it's just cheap.
It's a sideways.
Nobody uses.
It looks like a Chinese knockoff.
It does look like a Chinese knockoff. It's a really bad design. But then again, Nintendo have never made any good-looking consoles. Look at the Nintendo 64. It's ugly.
It's beautiful. It's curves.
Or look at the original DS. It's all the GameCube was a lunchbox. It's not the 2DS is not the stupidest thing Nintendo ever done. It's actually one of the most clever things, even though, people on the internet are going to go, "Oh, Nintendo, what are you doing? You're making 2D things again. Oh, fuck Nintendo. They're going to sell absolutely loads of them because, they'll release a bundle with Pokemon X and Y and mother will give it to kid because it's £100, job done.
I just don't want Nintendo to be happy in their corner. Their little niche with their little Nintendo devices.
Nintendo do not follow the crowd anymore.
No, they don't step into next gen.
It doesn't matter.
They're happy in their corner.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. If it doesn't affect you, Ben, don't worry about it.
It does affect me.
Don't worry about
You're
it.
going to buy one, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
because
you
I
are.
have a 3DS.
You're going to buy one.
I don't use the 3D anymore. So if I could trade in my original 3DS for the same price as it would cost me to get a 2DS, I probably would. But I probably won't get that much money for it. So
You got any games on the Wii U yet?
yeah, plenty.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Played them?
Yeah. I haven't finished Pikmin yet. Pikmin's really
Did you
good.
want to play Scribblenauts on launch?
No, I already played it about 6 months ago when they sent us a review copy, and then I sent it back a week later, and they went, "Don't put the review up on the website because the game's not out yet because we've got to do some tweaking for the European market." But I put it up anyway.
But now the game's coming out!
Already played it.
But it's coming out!
Don't bother.
In December!
You can read my review on the site.
You can play it
Don't.
in December for your Christmases, even though it should have been ready for like Christmas last year.
Yeah,
but it's fine.
Just don't bother. It's alright. I gave it like a 3, I believe, or something like that. So, it's good. It's alright. I wouldn't bother.
Major Nelson's been talking again.
What's he said now?
In his shiny golden jacket. Apparently, there'll be new games at PAX this weekend on the Xbox One.
I doubt it.
It could be a downloadable game. It could be the Major Nelson Baby Maker Extreme. Or Mount Your Nelson.
We have 2 people at PAX in Seattle. Is it Seattle?
Tossed salads and scrambled eggs.
Yeah, I love Frasier. We shall send them to find out. Nathan, he has played Transistor and says it's very, 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 very good. That's the new from Supergiant Games.
If you're watching and you're in Seattle and you see Joshua Hink or Nathan Ortega, you may kiss them.
Yes.
They will
tell them we sent you to kiss them.
Yes, and they will pay you $10.
We can't promise that.
We can.
We can't promise
I've done
because
it.
they'll come to us for money. We don't have money.
We don't have money. Dragon Age. You like Dragon Age, Hobbs?
No, that's shite.
Dragon Age was having Dragon Age and
problems
BioWare.
with being a good game.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Put your phone down. We're recording. BioWare were having trouble trying to work out how they would get saves across from old gen to new gen.
Yes.
And I don't know if they've actually worked that out. God, it's rude. And what they've done is they've created a website called the Dragon Age Keep, which is now in beta. I can sign up for it, so you can go sign up for it as well. And basically, from there, you can adjust how much your world is affected, because I don't think they're actually going to get saves across. So that what they're doing is, I think you're going to have to link your account when it comes to it, and then you can choose how much you've affected your game, and then it will import that data across.
Okay.
So you can customise it. I don't know how much you can customise it until I get into it, but if they can't work out to get your old saves across, it's a good sort of halfway house.
It's better than nothing, I
It's
suppose.
better than just randomised, and at least they're taking a page out of Mass Effect book and actually having the changes mean something rather than in Mass Effect where the changes meant fuck all.
You could... I have an issue with that, but that's another conversation.
No, a kitchen conversation.
It goes out like yes. Can't they just like patch the game and stick it up on a like? You patch Dragon Age 2. You go if you want to save to transfer, sign in, press a button. We upload it to our servers, and when you get on the next game, you download that data file onto your next gen console.
No one trusts the cloud, Hobbs.
That's exactly what FIFA and Call of Duty Ghosts are doing.
Well, who knows? Grand Theft Auto 5. Did you like Grand Theft Auto 5, Hobbs?
Oh man, I literally after watching that trailer, because it's like a sort of it's a TV spot. It's been shown during Breaking Bad this weekend, and if you live in the States, that 1 minute trailer. I can't wait for September 17th now.
We were ready.
That got me. I was looking at gameplay, and I was like, oh yeah, it's kind of what I expected. But getting that glimpse into the story that you got there of the difference between the characters and them sort of infighting and going on doing heists and that bloody minigun. Now I'm excited.
We were going to give you a rundown, but since it's only a minute long, surely just watch it.
Yeah, pretty much.
It just needs watching. All I can say is Michael is a very Tony Soprano-esque character, trying to balance his two families. But yeah, just go and watch it.
And
get ready
it's
for
really
the game. There was also some leaks this week, wasn't there? Some internet leaks.
No, Sony put on the PSN. Sony put it up in Europe. They put it up for preloading. So you could download the files to your console, pay for it, download the files to your console, but you couldn't access them legitimately.
Then people access them.
Yeah, it wouldn't run as a game, but people obviously took the hard drives out, break them all apart, and broke down all the tracks from the soundtrack in the game, and some story spoilers as well.
So stay away from the story spoilers. But there have been some official word on the sound from the Grand Theft Auto game. There are 15 radio stations.
Yes. With
2 talk stations. And there are over 240 licensed songs in the game.
This is good.
Ranging from country and western to hip hop to everything in between. So you're going to be more than catered for. There's even, I believe, a ambient soundtrack station, which is a collaboration between the 3 composers of different parts of the game. So it's going to be just.
And before you blame Sony on that leak, Rockstar should probably not put their files up the internet as .mp3 because they're kind of easy to crack when they're not encrypted.
The last piece of Rockstar-esque news is they've done an update to the social club, so to getting all your gangs ready for Grand Theft Auto 5 multiplayer, there are now gang hierarchies. So, obviously, you're not actually though, because I went on to my thing and I'm in charge of Team Reset. Luckily, I've upgraded you from a privateer to a lieutenant because I'm quite generous.
Yeah, but I'm buying it on PlayStation 3.
Yeah, but you don't have any friends. But there's no online scene on PlayStation 3, as they say on the street. Also, did you see the thing about the weird family creation for your character in multiplayer?
Yeah, so like, if you get the super special edition of the game, whichever edition, I think it's like a £60, £70 edition, you get like Nico and Claude and Tommy and CJ, I believe, or some combination of one of the prostitutes from GTA 3.
Oh, good prostitutes, what?
Yeah, because the way you create your character in Grand Theft Auto Online is to have 2 parents, and then you pick the parents, and then they make a child.
As in real life?
Yeah, and you play as the child, and you get bits of traits from each parent. So it's basically, it avoids you going, right, I'm going to have this type of person and fill them up. You sort of, it's kind of choice, randomisation.
It's RPG elements, sort of. You can customise
Other
much your
games,
characters do certain abilities.
But you don't get to choose that ability directly because it comes from one of the parents.
No, not ability. Sorry, it's like say you get to choose how much downtime your character has, or how much he goes out robbing, or how much he goes out dancing, or so and so. It's going to be all very complicated.
Other games have done that thing. It's like in The Sims.
Yeah, that's the only closest game to do it is The Sims.
You have two parents, and the kids get a split of the genes of the two parents. It sounds really, really cool. Basically,
and we're just excited for it.
But you can have Nico Bellic and have sex with
Tommy Vercetti
and make an amazing Eastern European Scarface love baby.
Not quite sure how that would work, being so they're both men. Anyhow,
you just put it in a cup. You put it in a cup and you mix it up and you put it in a woman.
You know that website that we have where we do the stuff. We've had lots of stuff on it this week, and I thought we'd talk about it.
Yes.
Because there's been lots of games to talk about. We kind of touched on them last week. So we've both completed Splinter Cell Blacklist now.
Fucking amazing. 5 stars, all the good things.
No. Oh no,
it's really good.
He's gushing.
It's really good.
He's gushing. Good gameplay, good levels, good co-op and multiplayer, okay story.
The story is a Tom Clancy. So if you ever read a Tom Clancy book, it's like the ultimate spy story. It's a badass, super cool English villain who blurs the line between like his choices, his moral opinion is good, but the way he goes about things is bad. You got the badass super spy who hates the rest of his crew but can't live without him. It's really good.
Like I said, it's okay.
It's a proper spy story. It's a Tom Clancy story. So read some books.
It's okay. I read more books than you.
Read some Tom Clancy books.
I do not want to because they're mostly garbage.
Nah, man. Red Rabbit's really good.
We've had a video that go up. A quick play of that. We had a quick play of XCOM the Bureau go up. We don't want to talk about
Don't talk about that.
Your Killer is Dead review went up.
Shite!
And it got a bit of backlash.
It got a few bits of backlash. There was a comment on that I was supposed to respond to this, but I can't remember what it was. No, I gave it a 1 out of 5. I gave it the lowest score on the internet. According to the review roundups I saw, obviously we get pinged back when other websites feature a hard reset link, and I gave it like I gave it like 1. The rest of the other lowest score was I gave it 1 out of 5. The rest of the lowest score I saw was 4 out of 10.
Let's just for context. I've read his review. It's a justified one. Like, he doesn't just shit on it. Well, from a great height. Well, he does, but he justifies his shit on it from a great height.
And it's funny as well. I didn't enjoy any of the game. The combat is boring. The story is boring. The visuals look a bit ropey in many places. That's probably why I gave it as 1, because it looks kind of nice in some spots. The soundtrack is boring. The voice acting is rubbish. The characters are awful. And Mondo Girls / Gigolo mode is one of the worst things ever committed to a video game. I got some hate on this, obviously, because if you really like Suda 51, you really, really like Suda 51, and if you don't, you don't. Clear as Day will not change your mind on that, but a lot of Suda 51 fans came at me and were like, I can see your points, but you've got to take that. I think the last comment I saw on it was, you've got to compare it to his other work when you're reviewing it. Which I have an issue with, because, no you don't, I take a game in itself. I'm not going to say, oh look, this is better than Killer 7 or No More Heroes, so I'm going to give it a better... No. I'm reviewing this product, this game...
As an individual...
As a thing on its own. Like, if I'm reviewing Inglourious Bastards, I'm not going to say, I should give it a 3 rather than the 2 because it's slightly better than Pulp Fiction. You see what I mean? No. But as a game, a lot of people will not like Killer is Dead because it is boring. The main thrust of the game is square, 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 circle. Square, 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 circle. Square, 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 circle. Square, 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 square is paint wall, watch wall, dry, because that's far more entertaining. Don't buy Killer is Dead.
Don't buy. Suda is dead. He's not dead, but he might.
Yeah, don't say that. That's just spreading rumours.
Grasshopper no more. Manufacture me something better.
There you go. There's your tagline. There you go. You got there in the end. Well done.
Right then.
Well done.
And now we have no more games to talk about because the next game is Grand Theft Auto 5, which is weeks away.
Killzone Mercenary comes out soon.
Splitting hairs.
Yeah.
Although I did see today, funnily enough, a PlayStation 4 bundle, which was the new Killzone.
Shadowfall.
Yeah, Shadowfall. 2 controllers and the PlayStation camera for the same price as the Xbox One.
Ooh. Ooh. Is that our good friends at Shop 2?
I think that was actually Game or somewhere like that. It was reported.
Yeah, I'm hearing though they are official bundles and not like
no, it's an official.
other websites to throw some stuff together for a price. But with the camera and a game and an extra controller, you know, if you throw in a PlayStation Plus card in there, job done.
You know, it's not going to change anyone's mind, but it's just
It's
a
very good deal.
You get a feel for the prices. But yeah, I think that's us done. You can find us at the websites of hardresets.co.uk. There's no S's in there.
Hardreset.co.uk. There's one S in there.
There's one S in there, that's good.
Or HTTPS.
Where do we Twitter?
HRDRST, DJ Hobbs, Ben_Quai.
Where do we Facebooks?
On Facebook.
On Facebook.
@HardResetFans.
And you can comment and like and shout at us and shout at Hobbs if you like. Hiller is dead below.
Subscribe to the YouTube. We're going to have, I don't know, kitchen conversations and quick plays and me talking to an iPhone and more of these. You should click subscribe.
All the good stuff.
And like.
And it'll only get better with time as we get more equipment.
Yes. I've got a super secret special plan for the website to get more equipment. You'll find out about that later.
Are we making porn? He's mounting me. He's mounting me. He's mounting me.